Hi friend. What would you do to survive? Today we're talking about hunger. 5 strangers awaken in the dark and find themselves in an underground dungeon and in a sick experiment to test what they will do to survive. Directed by Hentges, written by L.D. Goffigan, starring Heuring, Linden Ashby, Joe Egender, Kohl, Julian Rojas, and Bjorn Johnson. Linden Ashby plays Grant, the self-appointed leader of the group. Ashby's had a great career in film, most notably as Johnny Cage in 1995's Mortal Kombat. He's probably the best in the movie. Heuring plays Jordan. She's decent here, but there's really not much else to say about the character. Joe Egender plays Luke, the troublemaker of the group. He's pretty good at playing a jerk, and aside from the guy that put them there, he's kind of the antagonist of the movie. Kohl plays Anna. For the first 40 minutes, she doesn't really do much, and by that point, I really didn't care about the character. Julian Rojas plays Alex. He plays the character fine, he just comes off more annoying than anything. It seems like he was added just to have another person there. Bjorn Johnson plays the scientist. He's probably the best written character, and has the least amount of dialogue. I like how his motives aren't really given away right at the beginning. Overall, the main characters are really nothing special. It's hard to care about any of them. The acting isn't terrible, which is surprising. I was expecting much worse. And there's really not anyone that's extremely bad. It just really comes down to some of the dialogue and situations. From the synopsis, it comes off as like a ripoff of Saw, which it kind of is. It almost feels like an unused script for the Saw franchise, but it just wasn't good enough. There's no traps, it's just more of a psychological game that the scientist is playing. The first 10 minutes is in the dark. It's hard to tell what's going on. I'm sure it was used to disorient the audience just as much as the characters are, but the extreme close-ups and the shaky cam is a little nauseating. Thankfully, it doesn't continuously happen throughout the movie. Visually, the rest of the film looks pretty good. The lighting's nice, the score fits, and it doesn't seem to overpower any of the scenes. The only music that seems like something from like maybe a stock website is the last piece that's over the ending. The trouble is the movie's kind of boring. I think pacing was the biggest problem with it. I mean, it's written well enough to understand what's going on, but not many of the characters seem believable, or even seem to matter. I felt like I was counting the minutes until it was over. I had high hopes for this one as it had the Fangoria Fright Fest logo on the cover. I can't really fault the actors, or even the director, but this movie felt like it was bad from the beginning with the script. I think the premise was interesting, but the movie just didn't work for me. To be fair, I don't think it's a terrible film. I'm sure if it was cut down to 90 minutes, it may have been better. It looks good for a low-budget movie, and I commend them for what they did with the budget that they had. As far as the DVD goes, it's got some good options for special features, behind the scenes, director commentary, and deleted scenes. But it's kind of hard to believe that there was stuff that they cut out of this. This is kind of hard to recommend. If you like psychological thrillers with a bit of horror, then you may like this. It just wasn't for me. Did you see this movie? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.
Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, check out one of these videos.